Hello. So by the sword we die, according to this chapter. Ah, scary cat box. Oh, that's right. I have a lot of experience points because I ate the priest. But I also have the headache of curing absolutely everybody. Hey buddy, how you doing today? Pretty good, Richie Rich. I'm trying to remember where we left off here now. Yeah, we're in the process of healing all of London. That's where we were. I forget, how did I end this last time? Was it that the game crashed, or... It did, didn't it? Yeah, it crashed. It froze as far as I remember. How are you keeping, Rich? How is life with yourself? Are you having a good weekend? Right, so fatigue, cold. Yeah, we'll probably have enough to start healing these people anyway. I'm on time for once. Yeah, it kind of helps when I tell you when I'm going on to. Let's see. The more I think about it, the more I'm considering starting up a Discord. We'll see. I should really just so I'm not annoying other people either. What's it? Oh yeah, this is the West End. We'll get to the West End and we'll cure some of these blackguards. Been busy week, but glad it's Saturday. Yeah, sounded it. So about that essay, did you get through that 10 hours of content I left you? No, I kind of laughed to myself when I was like, oh yeah, Rich will probably try and watch these, but there's no way. There's no way anyone's sitting through 10 hours worth of content. It's just not happening. You'd have to be bonkers conkers for that. Still working on the revisions and edits, yeah. Oh, his body's gone. This is where we ate the priest, I remember. I actually never noticed him staring out the window up there before. He gets down the stairs pretty fast. I actually did watch a bit, it's a great game. Yeah, you were telling me your son did a playthrough of it. You watched him play the whole thing practically. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a fantastic game. Witcher 3. Definitely one of my top picks. I was excited today too because one of my old favorites, Mass Effect. Today is November the 7th, so it's an N7 day as they call it. And they're after announcing that there is indeed a remaster of the Mass Effect trilogy, which is pretty exciting for people like myself. I might try and avoid him. He looks a little intimidating. really well made. Yeah, it's a crazy good game actually. The Witcher 3, the amount of, like, even the detail they put into the side quests and everything.
Good friend Mr. Krusty returned from the war too.
Like, it's a ridiculous amount of detail put into the game. Yeah, we've got this
Good evening, Miss Ashbury.
tedious
Good
task.
evening to you, Dr. Reed.
It's not a good evening. I'm actually
Do you need
very
my
unhappy.
medical attention, Charlotte?
Indeed.
To go around
Unlike you and my mother,
throwing you all pills.
I can still become ill.
Oh, you cannot imagine how relieved I'd be to catch a cold again.
My mother once told me the same thing.
What are you talking about, Jonathan, you
I
weirdo?
sometimes wonder if she's forgotten what it feels like to be ill.
What is your opinion of Aloysius Dawson?
All I know is my mother is very disappointed in you right now. Really, Dr. Reed? You made this disgusting man your progeny?
You're just jealous it wasn't you.
Goodbye, Charlotte. Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
I wonder will they actually, like, introduce this Charlotte one into the plot in a bigger way in the next few chapters, because it seems strange to me that, like, her mother's a vampire and everything, and that's all.
We meet
cool,
again,
but
Mr. Kimura.
she doesn't seem to have much of a big impact.
Situation.
Dr. Reed, still visiting London by night?
We must both be nocturnal animals, you and I. After your captivity, I thought you'd be more cautious.
Breathing the cold night air helps calm my mind, sir. I've had the most frightening nightmares since I escaped that filthy jail.
Do you need medical assistance, sir?
Don't believe that I'm the kind of...
There is no need to be
Indeed.
ashamed. We are all equally vulnerable to this disease.
Yes. I know now life is as precious as it is fragile.
Fragile. Tell me about your abduction.
What can
Was
you
it
tell me
aliens?
about your abduction?
If you really want to know, I was locked in that building for 3 or 4 days. My jailer was insane, mumbling about sacrifice and voices.
I had to do that. Why not sacrifice you on the spot?
And
Sure.
why didn't he sacrifice you?
That was the weirdest part. He claimed to spill blood was not enough. It had to be done when some stars were aligned.
Which stars?
That's
So
the
aliens.
whole point. He wanted me to talk to him about some Red Queen configuration or constellation. I've never heard of such an astronomical term.
Sounds astronomically preposterous.
What did he say about voices?
He constantly whined about the voice of his master, ordering him to do terrible things. He wanted to silence the voice by offering blood. My blood.
Right. Sounds like typical vampire-esque situation.
Tell me, Tadao, why was your abductor so interested in your passion for astronomy?
I don't know. We met a few times at the Royal Greenwich Observatory. He seemed to share my hobby.
Yeah, that's it.
Then he invited me to
Unclear
his house
sometimes.
and locked me in.
Yeah, it is fascinating.
Yes. Astronomy is a fascinating subject. When I was a child, my mother bought a small telescope for my sister and I. We spent many a pleasant evening stargazing.
Stars are not just dots in the sky, Doctor. They are the key to our understanding of the cosmos. They remind us how insignificant we are.
You're right. But children love magic and stories. I remember our mother told us constellations have the power to protect us.
Protection by the light of the stars. That's sweet. You remember the name of these constellations?
This is perfect to watch, jamming with the band later and working on a song called Jack the Ripper, which, as you probably know, is centered in Whitechapel. Well, yeah, well, there you go. Perfect Perfect scenery to be chilling out to. It'll get the creative juices flowing before you even arrive, huh? Draco, Pegasus, Cygnus,
Draco. My favorite constellation.
Memory's a strange thing. I can recite without hesitation the names of the 88 constellations, yet I barely remember my own childhood.
Did he fake his interest in astronomy to get close to you?
No. In his madness, he spoke about a blood sacrifice to be made to his master when the stars aligned to a specific configuration.
Blood sacrifices, yeah!
How is the situation in the West End?
I've heard rumors about armed men patrolling and fighting infected citizens in these very streets. I was lucky they didn't shoot me when I was abducted.
May I ask you what you do for a living, Mr. Kimura?
I was a landlord. A wealthy one. And not a very kind one, I realized recently.
Why this sudden epiphany?
Do you remember
Is it
Harriet?
because of your near-death experience?
I was already feeling nostalgic about Weymouth, my hometown. With recent events, I'm thinking about going back there.
You probably should. I know of a very angry woman in this game who wants you dead. She looks like a half-chewed bubblegum. You won't be able to miss her.
Why are you so nostalgic for your hometown, Tadao?
I was focused so much on making money, I almost forgot that my relatives and friends are threatened by this epidemic.
Have you no friends at all?
Have you no friends at all?
Over the years, I'm afraid my greed turned me into my friend's adversary.
Billy, no
I
mates?
became friends with my professional rivals.
Those you grew up with didn't share your views on money and success.
Would you believe I was once a member of poetry circles and an astronomy club? We were young, such joyful dreamers then. But I stopped laughing long ago.
I hope I don't get mesmerized and ask my bandmates a bunch of personal questions. You have to. Just go up to them and be like, just randomly walk up to them like, personal questions. Be like, what? I was like, so, why are you so mediocre on that bass? Why are you so mediocre at keeping a rhythm on that drum? When are you gonna get on my level?
Have you heard anything from your family?
I was not only a bad landlord, I was also a bad husband. I've not seen my wife and son for years. Busy, busy, busy.
At least now you're ready to go back and see them. But don't be surprised if your son bears a grudge, sir.
You make it sound like you suffered from an absent father yourself, Dr.
Yeah, like,
Reed.
do you remember, who was it he
Keep your
called
warning in
mediocre?
mind.
I remember he called someone in this game mediocre. I thought it was hilarious. It's like, Jesus, what a personal attack, like. That's what, this is labelled wrong. It shouldn't be personal questions. It should be labelled personal attacks.
Can you change?
Can
And
you
is it what
change?
you really want? If so, it must come from within, not without.
I've seen what an altruistic gesture can do. Nothing forced you to save me, Dr. Reed, but you did. I will follow your example in these matters from now on.
Can you even change the time signature? Do you know anything about timing? All you do is paradiddle. Get out of my sight. Yes, follow, but what? I have no idea what this guy asked now because I wasn't. There's no need to thank me. Yes, follow my example. There's no need to
There
thank
is no need to thank me. Rescuing a London citizen should not be out of the ordinary. Though I'm afraid it may appear so in these difficult times.
You did
Yeah,
not only rescue me, you fought for me. You put your life in danger to save me. That's quite extraordinary.
How will you cope if you're attacked again?
I don't know. I've heard about these men and women who patrol the West End every night, chasing criminals like my abductor. Maybe I should join them.
Oh, he's gonna join the lunatics.
Have you heard of Aloysius Dawson?
I heard about his plan to eradicate the epidemic. gives me shivers to realize I was as cold as him until recently.
Yeah, about that. He lives
Goodbye,
because
Mr.
of me.
Kimura. Take care.
Some of the dialogue is as good or better
Leave the city.
than the fight action. Yeah, I mean, I'd agree with that, to be honest. I think, personally, I think the combat elements of this game is probably its weakest aspect, if I'm honest. I think if I were to rate what I like about this game most, it's atmosphere first. The atmosphere is really good. Story setup is pretty decent too. The fact that you're a vampire slash doctor. It's kind of like a weird Sherlock Holmes spin in like a Jack the Ripper setting, as you put it, which is pretty interesting. And yeah, the way the characters are written, for sure, that falls into line with that too. I think those are the strongest aspects for sure. Combat has never really tickled my fancy in this game too much. It's there and it's kind of enjoyable to do here and there, but it's repetitive really. But it helps to push along the story, I guess. But all in all, I wouldn't say combat is this game's strong suit whatsoever. It was obviously well thought through. Yeah, that's it. Side characters are brilliant, yeah. Hey, Noxus. How's it going? We're back on some Vampyr for tonight. We've been playing through this series before I started up the Witcher playthrough that you were watching. I have to go around curing half of London here of its issues. I forget where most of these people are too. This is what I hate, trying to find these people. He's a pain in the magusha. I don't know this game. What's the story? Basically, your character here, you start off the game, you're dead basically. You've died. You've been killed by a vampire, and you have been converted to a vampire. All the while you have to also be a doctor. Your cover story is that you're a doctor at a hospital during an epidemic in London after World War I. And you're trying to figure out what's causing this epidemic slash vampire situation. You can choose to feed on people or cure them.
Are you
Thanks
all
for
right?
streaming this,
I
by the
won't
way.
lie to
Oh
you,
yeah,
Johnny,
no.
I'm not a well man.
But yeah, no. Like, I'm going to finish the game. I'm not going to just drop streaming it, obviously.
Do you need medical assistance?
No thanks
It's a little
necessary.
late for visiting hours, don't you think?
What can I say? I haven't lost my old habits.
I hope we're talking about the same habits, old friend.
Why the vampire attacked and why transform you? That's what we're trying to figure out, actually. As part of the game, you don't know. It's a mystery. You don't know who has created you. But you're not the only vampire, of course. Hello, Tactical. Nice stream earlier. Good old Warzone memes.
Have you any news about Aloysius Dawson?
I must say that I'm feeling reassured by the wall he's going to build. Though I doubt it'll protect us from all the dangers that lurk outside the West End.
Shame no wins. Wins are really tough in that game. Ridiculously tough. But you know this better than I anyway. You've played a lot more of it than I have.
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
Yeah, I must get back on some Warzone one of these. I was actually supposed to play Warzone with Odin yesterday, but never woke up early enough, for one. And then I didn't even end up playing any games. But Odin was asking about teaming up on Friday. Which was yesterday, of course. You can't camp, it's great.
Rats. Those clever rodents are cautious now. They won't approach.
The next Warzone video is mainly Mr. ES going kill crazy. Yeah, called Warzone in Oxus. Tactical Scottish here streams it. I've dabbled in a stream of it here and there to myself.
Can I help you?
I can honestly say it's not my main forte, but
I need them.
Can I help you, Miss Billow? I'm a doctor.
The rats.
is she not in?
I must go now. Goodbye, Miss Billow.
I played it yesterday actually, made it to level 10, then uninstalled it. Yeah. Oh, it's a tough game to play, it really is. Like, it genuinely, it tests your patience. It'll stress you out if you let it. I know it does me sometimes. Like, I'd play for ages with, like, a group of mates, and then I'll drop it for months. Like, literally, I'll drop it for a whole season, then I'm just like, I can't go near that again. It's just too stress-inducing at times. Like, I don't get nervous playing it anymore. I remember I used to get nervous playing Battle Royales. It was like, oh, this is gonna be so nerve-wracking and everything. But now it's like I either enjoy it or I just get tick out of one or the other. There's no in between anymore. It almost makes you feel like committing crimes. I'm not a confident streamer. All my best content is off stream. See? No. No. No need to be that harsh on yourself. I think I seen someone recently say it though, because I seen this discussion on a Twitter or Twitch stream, where a guy was talking about like streaming and interacting with like your audience, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, but
yes,
like,
Mr. Jonathan,
when you talk, it makes you play worse." And the guy said it perfectly too. He was like, "So, it's like, what's the point in streaming if you're not going to interact with your audience and all that? Like, you're not there to fucking to try out for esports, you know? Like, what do you bring to a stream if you're not going to interact with your audience as well?" And like, it's true. Like,
Do you need
streaming,
medical
talking,
attention?
doing all that, it does
I
throw
won't
you off your game
refuse,
too
sir.
at the same time, trying to
I don't feel that good
play
these
and
days.
interact with people at the same time. It's very hard to divide your attention and get good at it. Very few people are actually very good at
Here is
doing
your
it.
prescription.
Broken's really
You'll
good at it.
feel
I don't know
better
how he
soon
does it.
enough.
Thank you very much, sir.
Because I find like once I start talking enough, I forget what I'm doing in the game altogether.
Goodbye, Avery. Please watch over my mother until I return.
Of course, Mr. Jonathan. But please return as soon as possible.
Is Assassin's Creed Valhalla out yet? I don't know actually. I don't really follow it. I've seen videos about it, alright. But that's all people who'd get it early, like Jack Frags, for instance. Where is she again? I've seen some of that game. Oh yeah, that's right. I think he got it early though, didn't he? I think he says he got it early.
Hello, Venus.
Hello, Jonathan. Please, come in. I'm so sorry for your loss, Jonathan. What do you need from me, Jonathan?
Well, that's a very open-ended suggestion, miss.
Do you need my medical attention?
It would appear that old habits die hard, my dear.
Do you need a
I
checkup?
would appreciate your help as always.
And I'm happy to give it to you, as always.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Well, Jonathan, don't be so coy.
Goodbye for now.
What do you
No,
need
don't
from
talk
me,
to her again.
Jonathan? At least you survived the Great War. I feared the worst.
Share it out the stream, buddy. Thanks a bunch. Big TS. Who the hell else do I have to cure around here? I actually don't know where. I don't know where she is. Pericles Baker, I know where he is. The twins, yes. Every little helps, dude. Indeed it does. Not one of those checkups. Always, Rich. It's always one of those. One of those.
That can't be true.
It is. Quit your crying. But yeah, we're at a pretty tedious part in the playthrough that's going to be a little bit slow at first, where I have to go around and cure absolutely everyone of their ailments. How? Yeah, I'm not going to tackle him just yet. But yeah, even for me, this part is the least fun I've had now. Running around all of London trying to cure people of headaches and fatigues and everything. I'd rather just eat them all at this point. I'd nearly eat her because I'm pretty sure she's selling fake medicine. I think this is the quick way to get to that other section of the West End. Oh, yep. Don't stand right next to them. Fool. Thanks for the great support as always. Fool. Ah, you're drunk, you silly old fool. Diddle-dee-dee-dum. There's so many sick people in this game, it's making me want to take my vitamins. Well, there you go. It's not the vitamin D you're looking for, is it there, Rich? I mean, what? gap is this again? At least it's encouraging you to remain healthy. Take your vitamins. And stay hydrated. So I take it there's some excitement for Assassin's Creed Valhalla in the chat. Am I supposed to be here? How have I not absolutely cleaned this place out before? Sounds like a fun game to stream as well. Valhalla? Could be. That being said, I've kind of been out of the Assassin's Creed loop since they kind of started to stop looking like Assassin's Creeds to me. I know Nanika is playing and enjoying Odyssey at the moment. Oh, this is the rich Egypt's place. I wonder what he looks like now, actually. Oh, he's not even hanging around, is he? I could borrow Odyssey to Karl if he wanted. The one before Valhalla. Ish. Indeed.
It's locked.
Try it. I feel like I've made a mistake coming into this place because it's a little bit of a labyrinth. And I don't need to be here. These loading screens make me even more excited for the PlayStation 5 whenever I will get my hands on one, which will be a while. A very long while. As I said, as I'm telling everyone, I'll probably wait till the PlayStation 5 Pro comes out. But I've seen examples of it, and I've seen an example actually of even The Witcher 3, which has notoriously long loading screens on PlayStation 4, and it was just even the fast travel loading screen was just instantaneous on the PlayStation 5. Which was very impressive. Probably going to be another year before I pick one up. Yeah, same as myself. As I talk about loading screens, there we are getting even small ones here. Right, which one is ill? Come on, Pericles. I think it's Pericles, isn't it? I can't actually talk to him while he's sitting up and down.
Good evening, Mr. Baker.
Why do I always have feelings of deja vu when I talk to you?
Because you've talked to me before.
Do you need my medical attention, sir?
I'm afraid I do. I knew we should have left London.
I don't want to appear tactless, but you're risking your health by remaining outside at this hour of night.
says the doctor who also works outside at night. But as always, the imprudent person enjoys the company of their fellows.
So what now? You could be...
Have you any recent news of Aloysius Dawson?
The wall he is planning to build around the West End worries me. How could we leave this city if we're trapped inside?
Time for some personal attacks. No, none.
Goodbye, Mr. Baker.
That's it, I'm not calling them personal questions anymore. I'm calling them personal attacks. Which is like much more accurate. Why are you so mediocre?
What has happened to the London that I knew?
Why can't you get a grip? I keep double checking this right. He's not ill. Where on earth are you? Or where in London, to be more accurate. I love that, yeah. That's it. Personal attacks. I would love to know where this one lives, but I've no clear way of actually knowing. That's one thing I'd love to change with this game. Kinda almost having it a bit more clearer where people are.
Good evening, Miss Price.
You know you can call me Carolyn, my dear doctor.
Oh, this is the thirsty one. That's always really happy to see us. No personal attacks on her.
What is your opinion of Aloysius Dawson?
His recovery is remarkable. As for the wall he's planning to build around the district, I don't see the harm in wanting to be safe behind a great barrier.
Well, she's happy about it, huh? If it doesn't work out with Lizzie, we can always come for Caroline.
Goodbye for now, Miss Price.
I hope you can stay a little longer this time.
Oh, I'm sure. Caroline. Right. I don't think that other woman lives in this area. I might just let some people die. Huh? He does have a nose for that. You got a problem with big nosed people? That's a very harsh statement to throw out there. I have a potato of a nose myself. Potato. Well. It's a bit grim. I wonder if she living here. Oh, this lad's easy pickings. Battered. Yeah, to be honest, I might not heal everybody. I might just sleep anyway. Level up and just push on.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
I've never met him. The only reason I know about him is because of that card reading psychic dude gave me random information on him. I have not once seen him. I don't know where he is. I don't know where this dude is either. Not a clue.
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
Right, where's... I'm gonna ignore those people, to be honest, because I've not met you, so I don't care about you, mate. Sorry. It's harsh, but you know. Can't be everybody's doctor. What's this? Pandora's box. Learn where the notepad stolen from Usher Tralee by pre-win agents. That was the one we couldn't figure out too, how to get there. Sniff him out. You're right, I can sniff him out. I would move on, but I think Nanika might actually physically assault me if I just moved on and let them die. I dated a girl once with a mighty pointer of a nose, and it was so odd while kissing, trying to tilt my head so far to the side. Laser pointer, huh? You'll take me eye out. Yeah, try find this freak. Christina Papa. Clayton. I can only assume that someone must live here. Somewhere. Like, I have no idea what's the point in getting up onto that balcony.
I cannot enter.
Yes, it is locked. Very observant. I have no idea, like... You sure I can't just let him die? I've been kicked to my nose, elbowed, and once I got a log to my nose too. Well, you don't have to tell them all the abuse I throw at you, like. Harry up there. I don't think Harry's ill. Swanborough.
It's not my call, Barrett. You paid one way or another.
Surely he's somewhere near his sister. Speaking of mighty pointers, what's this about? What kind of pointers be pointing about here? Have you noticed Carl doesn't know how to play games?
As long as you have the money.
Don't know why he streams. Could do with a few pointers. So nowadays I get relatively easily nosebleeds if my nose is bruised a little. Okay.
It's all a bloody joke to you, eh?
Yeah.
Sick and suffering.
Right. I'm not sniffing this dude out any longer. He's probably somewhere out here even. In this general vicinity. I'll give that a try. Because I have to march through there anyway to get down to the docks. So I'll just mark this general area, I guess. Head towards it. Maybe those last two guys are somewhere on the edge of the map or something. Maybe. I've placed a marker anyway and we'll
It's locked, all right.
I don't have keys for that either. I don't know what's beyond that. He could be in there somewhere. It's all very constrictive and restrictive. Again, I don't think I've ever investigated down here properly. Or I think I have, and it's led me to interesting places for sure. But oh, I do want to actually go that way to fight this big boy. Just have to try mess him up. Oh my god, he took that like a champ. He took that like a champ. Oh no, out of stamina. Getting wrecked. This guy takes 2 hours to die.
I cannot enter.
Oh, for God's sake, are you serious? I went to the trouble of coming down here for nothing. Get out of there. I remember as a 10-year-old. What? My sister says I should get that done too. Oh, the nose cauterized. Yeah. Probably. Probably.
Over there! This one of them.
Seriously? How would I let him get another shot? I'll never know. Come on, what goodies did you just drop? Pair of shillings. I like how they don't even call them werewolves, it's just large beast. Close to maxed out, yeah. It's just the cudgel is a heavy weapon to wield, I guess. I keep forgetting I have this saber. Saber is pretty decent. Just wait for him to attack. Slap. Maybe one of them lives here. Somewhere. I don't know. So you think that coffin I could hear would be an indicator? But no. I don't like how unclear this game is about where people are. I'm on the complete wrong side of town that I don't want to be in. So you have to go back up here, go back up this bridge, go the long way to the docks because I can't get through that gate. And you can see that my controller's kicking up a fuss as well, it's struggling to run forwards. Definitely got a bit of a buggy controller at the moment. It's got some bugs under the hood. So for no reason he's turning completely lopsided. This is very strange. I'll have to get a new one at some point indeed. But then again, we'll see. Oh yeah, we watered the plant as well, so it should be safe. Alright, we've to get that side of the river up there. I want to investigate this area. I believe the people that are tied to Whitechapel here should probably live in one of these locations either. That's what I'm expecting. Yeah, the movement on this controller is getting very irritating. It's actually, it's one of the reasons I can't play Warzone at the moment as well, for sure. It's constantly getting me killed when I'm trying to sprint away, and then it's like, you can't even move, buddy, sorry.
Over there! There's one of those vermin!
The
power of the Lord commands
command that.
Lord, give us have faith! Die, my God!
That is actually pretty good. Helps to couple it with the shotgun, of course. That shotgun that I have now is ridiculously good too. Oh, another lead pipe. Them lead pipes. Did you notice the title of the stream? That was a little insider joke of this game between us three, practically.
Watch it! It's a killer!
41 lead pipes in a dream. For anyone else watching that's not understanding this little joke, we were laughing at the fact that Jonathan is just casually carrying all this stuff on himself. Like he's carrying a shotgun, 2 shotguns, 2 pistols, cudgel, axe, scythe, and what is now 47 lead sticks, lead rods, 43 lead rods. He could keep a construction yard in business with all the stuff he's carrying. I have no idea what this place is. Is this a hideout? This is probably a hideout. "43 lead pipes and counting, yeah. You can imagine fighting people off with the lead pipes as well, just throwing them. Get away. Bonk. I like how he like just disintegrates boxes and barrels by running into them as well. This lad rapping on the doors. He can't do anything. That is actually way better than I thought. I bet this guy would be able to react. Oh yeah, especially when you run out of stamina. Kinda helps.
Shit!
That's pretty decent. I'm not even sure if I have it fully upgraded actually. Yeah, I'd love to know if anyone's living on this street that I need to visit. Look at this Egypt.
Let's pin him down! You're mine!
Easy. Just whipping him around. Saber maskers, yeah, it does. See, the thing about the cudgel is that it has very good stun, as you know. But I don't know. The speed of the saber seems to be a lot more beneficial lately. Because these guys seem to be able to take the beating, so that it's less likely to get stunned in a fight anyway.
Over there!
Like yeah, and I just seem to get an absolute boatload of swings before anyone can even react. It's better for 1v1 situations. I think the cudgel can handle groups better. See, that's the clunkiness I don't like in this game.
Filthy piece of shit!
Listen, less of the violence. See, I have to get him, make sure he's not on an incline like that. That seems to be what ruins everything. The combat can't handle inclines very well.
This is no place for a gentleman. Last warning! Elite!
They 1v1, they just don't have a chance.
Die, vermin! He's too fucking fast!
Just, yeah, once you get them 1v1, no hope. Got too much stamina. Too many swings. Alright, surely someone I'm looking for is down here. In this vicinity. Theater. I haven't gone back to this theater yet.
Steady, boys!
grenade. Jeez.
Take a breath. Fuck it. Finish it.
That still hits like a truck though, the cut. I love it. It's like the one guaranteed fun weapon. I wonder, is there anyone in this theater then? Or is anyone living around it? I mean, it's such a big space for nobody to be. This is a, yeah, this is that shortcut earlier. I had to open. Right, that's it. That's a shortcut found. I love the move when he hits them with the butt of the cudgel. Yeah, that's the parry. I don't use that enough, actually. I don't use it as much as I should. It's actually very effective. It's like an instant stun. I'll try to use it on this guy. Yeah, like that. That's the way it's supposed to be used. But I don't always get the timing right. And these guys hit harder lately. Gotta level up. Knocks them flat, yeah. Like a kick in the chops to them. Yeah, I feel like one of the people I haven't met has to be somewhere here. In these areas, because like this is a big area to have nothing in. Only enemies that... I mean, for the most part, fighting enemies is pretty useless in this game. Because they don't give you any experience.
It's locked.
I didn't think the theater was going to be locked. It's pretty lame. I don't know. Anyway, I have to make it down to the North Docks. At this point. Yeah, that... It's the theater I actually have to get that doctor's notes. Anyway, I'll mark this entrance. I hate the way you have to actually get rid of each marker too. Or you'll get confused. Hello, hello, hello.
Over there!
Just nope. For some reason, did you hear that weird sound? I think it's trying to constantly tell me there's something here.
I have this thirst for blood.
I don't know. It's weird. So that's where... this is where Elizabeth is. That's Elizabeth's gaff. Anyway, we've all the north, the docks. Ow! One of you needs to get out of this equation fast. My saber is faster than yours. Get out of here. Scrubs. A few citizens are hidden way off in the game world. They will be marked as investigations by hell when you go near them. Okay. Huh. Fair enough. That's all I need to hear. Cometh at me, bro. Ow. Blubber, blubber, blubber. Wonder, can I get it? Oh, I can get across the river this way. Is it useful for me to do so? Yeah, I should believe so. Limehouse Dock. Have I been in here, I wonder? I think I have. I have.
It's locked, all right.
Right. How is that locked? I imagine that shouldn't be locked. I'm pretty sure at one point I actually came through that way. You're real.
You again? What do you want?
I got him. Do you want some personal attacks from me?
I know you believe monsters are real, Booth.
You
I
pleb.
know I saw one, but no one believes me.
Why would anyone believe you?
Are your friends mocking you?
Even Edwina told me once to never speak about
You're being
it, but
mocked.
I know what I saw. And it wasn't human. Not human at all.
Tell me what you saw.
It was a few years ago. Clay Cox was still the boss then. He'd sent me to the shipyard to find out who was stealing tools and ropes at night.
Go on.
First, I thought it was an old lady with a limp. It looked frail and crooked. Then I saw it grab a bloody beam and lift it like it was a stick. I shouted. It looked straight at me.
Do you know what it was?
It was all eyes and long teeth, but I couldn't see its face. I shot at it when it moved towards me,
I
and I
just
hit
hear
it.
someone get stabbed
And then it
in
jumped
the background.
and vanished in the shadows.
You could have imagined all that. These docks can be so gloomy at night. With the fog and the wind and the boats creaking.
No, Doctor. That night I saw the fucking sewer dog for real. It's not a beast like the stories say. It's the ghost of an old woman. Bullets can't stop it. But no one
There
believes
it was again. That was the sound of someone getting smacked by a blade.
I know you believe.
No. Bit of a glitch.
Are you worried about the conditions in London?
I've heard rumours about some sort of militia patrolling, killing the sick. The wet boot boys are overrun.
Alright, you're alright. You're done.
Goodbye.
You will. You will, are you?
These parts would be running completely amok.
Give it a pull. Leave us seconds. Literally, what is going on? Someone is literally getting shot at or something.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. What do you want?
Give some Mars, brother. I think I can show you where the brother of Loretta is. Huh?
Can I offer you my medical help, Miss Cox?
Giving out for free? You'd make a poor businessman, Dr. Reed.
Point taken. 700 shillings now.
Perhaps I would. Please, take this. You will feel better.
Thank you. But don't expect me to owe you anything.
Tell me your feelings about Booth's belief in monsters, Edwina.
It makes him look weak in front of the boys, that's my feeling about it. But ghosts don't scare me.
You don't believe he really saw something then?
I don't care what he saw or not. All I know is that a real man keeps his fears to himself if he wants to be obeyed.
Bloody wimps, a lot of them.
What can you tell me about your work?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
Yeah, we've went through that
Can I see
dialogue
what you have
already.
to sell?
As long as you have money, I'll
Give
show
her
you
her
what
lead
I
rod,
have.
Jordan. You got plenty. Jeez, Rich. PG stream. Far from it. Far from it. I can actually sell her a few lead. How many lead rods do you want? Should we give you 4 there? Lighten the load a bit. There's no oops about it. I've said worse. Oh yeah, for some reason I have Tobias's cross. What's it? A valuable cross carried by Father Tobias Whitaker whenever he felt the urge to purge some evil from the city. Well, it's not that valuable. It's only worth... It's not even worth more than an ink pen. What do you mean, valuable cross? A valuable and elegant lighter, probably offered to Father Tobias Whitaker by his follower Samuel. Imagine that, it's supposed to be a valuable cross. It's no more valuable than an ink pen.
Good evening, Mr. Delaney.
What? Oh, you're that doctor.
Do you know where you are?
Inebriation aside, do you need medical help?
Yes. I feel sicker than usual these days.
Speaking of inebriation, have you ever seen 7 Psychopaths, Rich?
Take this, then.
Or anyone in chat for that
And
matter.
perhaps you could try to slow down the alcohol intake, too.
Hey, Doc,
Watching
you
it
don't
last
really
night.
want me to stop the only remedy I can afford.
I'd seen it before. And I did enjoy it when I seen it at first, but I hadn't seen it in years, and I watched it again last night and I was in bits laughing at it.
Do you have any
Great.
recent news of Sean
Oh,
Hampton's
you should
shelter?
watch 7
I still
Psychopaths,
sleep
man,
over
it's
there
brilliant.
from time to time. A sad saint still manages the place. Even if
Very
he's a
dark
little bit
humour.
more reclusive since he returned.
Have you ever seen In Bruges?
Are you worried about the sanitary situation in London?
More contagion, more despair, more guns and more dead.
Have not. Well,
more alcohol.
Give 2 of those movies a try then. Okay, you should look up a trailer for them even. In Bruges.
Goodbye,
Or 7 Psychopaths. It's an Irish director that made them. And yeah, it's dark humor at its finest. I watched through DVD, I guess you could say. I'm not sure if they're on Netflix or Amazon.
Every night.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
But,
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
You know, they have Colin Farrell in it, which is... I don't know, Colin Farrell's alright. I'm not a big fan of him myself. I wouldn't exactly use him as a means to sell a movie now, to be honest, but he's pretty good in them. In Bruges is pretty good. It has both Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson. Brendan Gleeson's a very good actor. But Seven Psychopaths is set in America, and it has Christopher Walken and everything. It's got a pretty good cast actually. I might kill this guy, Ichabod Throgmorton. He's a bit of a plebe. Can you remind me of the names in a DM, perhaps? Yeah, Nobel. I can send you trailers for them sometime. Yeah, no, I was watching Seven Psychopaths yesterday. I forgot how funny that film was. You serious? That's actually hilarious. Your one throws a Superman punch. But yeah, no, if you like dark humor, you should like those. It's very dry, dark humor in those films. Throwing her Superman punch at me. Whoa, hold on. Carl and I enjoy dark humor. We played Cards Against Humanity and such. Dark humor is pretty much what I do, yeah. Oh well then, these movies should be right up your alleyway. Unless for some reason you find them too bleak or annoying. Well, I'll send you a trailer anyway and you'll see what you think.
This is no place for your mind,
You cannot attack as fast as I can. This must be the good old beatings I've been hearing happening on the streets. I don't think there's anybody in this area other than NPCs to fight. I do believe Throgmorton himself is somewhere around here though. Such a name. Ichabod Throgmorton. You're out here getting sauced.
You again? What do you want?
Hi. Last time we came across each other, you had to say thank you to me, and we're very happy to see me. What's changed?
But I have no money for your scams, Doctor.
I don't charge patients. My scam is much more subtle than that, Miss Paxton.
All right then. Thank you, Doctor.
Scam.
But don't think I take you for an ally of the working class.
Ah, shut up. An ally of the working class.
Well, I'll...
Well, I'm handing out free medicine. What more do you want? Well, you're healthy anyway because you're a full-fledged vampire.
Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
Inappropriate humor as well. It's an acquired taste, I guess.
Do you need my medical attention, Miss Paxton?
I can keep going, Dr. Reed.
Of course you can, Miss Paxton. But I wouldn't recommend
Can't
it.
laugh, you can only cry.
Please, take this. You will feel better.
Thank you,
Carlo
Dr.
says
Reed.
I watched them to learn how
Thank
to
you.
murder and not
Really?
get caught. Pretty much. One of these days, my days will be numbered.
Good.
Creative supplies. Alright, Rodney.
Good evening, sir. I'm glad to see you safe.
I am not safe. I should never have come back here. My life is in danger. I know it.
You're much safer here than in that contaminated area.
Bullets kill people quicker than diseases and epidemics, Dr. Reed.
That's a fact.
Do you need help, Mr. Grader?
Death by disease or by bullet? Do I really have to choose?
Do you want me to help you choose?
Well, I have nothing to stop the bullets.
Death by fang.
But this should make you feel better.
You have a strange sense of humor, Dr. Reed. But thanks anyway.
Wait a minute. You've complained that the murders have been dumb, that even I know not to do something. It's almost like she roots for the murderer. It's like, will you ever get away with it, will you? Come on. It's easy.
Do you have recent...
I heard he kept on helping people. But I tried to stay away from his shelter. I don't feel safe there.
What can you tell me about the locals?
Most people would say that Sean Hampton and Tom Watts are good men who try to sort things out. But for me, the real boss around there was my best friend, Jack Gillingham.
Jack Gillingham, you say?
Everyone round there knew Jack. He was a rock. A mountain, even. He feared
You're calling him
nothing.
fat? That's very rude.
What can you tell me about this district?
The East End Docks only knows one rule. Dog eat dog, and blood calls for blood. The gang will have their revenge on me one way or another.
Your friend Jack has something to do with you fleeing to the contaminated area where I found you. I want to know more.
Jack is dead. That's all you need to know. Dead because of me. So much violence.
Oh, the violence.
So much sorrow. All of that because I refused to be insulted again.
Right, okay, so this is where we'll probably have to make a choice. Take responsibility and stop hiding. Yeah, go on.
If you really believe you started all this mess, then face it. Take responsibility and stop hiding.
Jack told me once that a real hero does not seek the ordeal, for it is the ordeal itself that reveals the true hero. I now know he was right.
There we go, failed the hint. Ah well.
Are you worried about the sanitary situation in London?
Not really. I've spent so many days hiding to escape retaliation from the Wet Boot Boys. Now that there's so much chaos, they might forget about me.
I think my revised strategy should be when
Goodbye, Mr. Gray.
when I fail an option like that, I may as well kill them. Basically, agree with me or die. That doesn't sound harsh in the slightest.
Good evening, young man.
There's no need to call me that, Dr. Reed.
Oh, but there is.
Young man, do you require medical
Young man.
attention?
I don't like asking for help, but I don't want to be one of those poor sods dying in the streets.
Young man.
There's no shame in asking for help.
I'll call him young
especially
man
when you
once
are in
more.
desperate need of it. Here, take this. You should recover in no time.
Thank you.
Boy.
I suppose.
Boy.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Now you die.
Good evening, Miss Gillingham. May I come in?
Of course, of course.
Soggy bread, yeah. Sure, she's only got a headache.
So, Dr. Tippets, what brings you back here? We haven't talked in quite some time.
Tippets. Tippets and tappets.
Are you worried?
Too much noise, too much shouting. It keeps me up. Is it really gunfire I'm hearing?
Do you require
Could be
medical attention, miss?
I'm glad you asked, Dr. Tippets. I must confess I haven't felt that well of late.
I'll try my best. Here, take this. And please, try to get
Take
some
this
rest.
homebrew.
Thank you, Doctor.
Get it into you.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye, miss.
You'll be alright. You've just a slight touch of the delusion, it's okay.
You seem quite the stranger to these.
Bum, 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 ba, bum. Huh. I don't believe I've investigated these upstairs quite extensively before. And there's Ichabod Throgmorton. What a muppet. I've definitely come through that bar. But I don't think I've had a look down here.
Is there anyone here?
I'm literally upstairs. Can I see her if I look down? Oh, I can. I didn't expect that.
You always ask me for advice, Jack. Why have you stopped?
That's dark. Jack's literally dead. He's like not in the house. And she's talking to him, apparently. You've asked me for advice, why have you stopped? Well, let's do that. Alright, come here, Throgmorton. It's tempted to eat him.
Good
He's
evening,
a bit of an
Mr.
eat.
Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
Personal attacks? None. I think we've covered everything.
Tell me, Ichabod, why do you consider yourself the protector of Sean Hampton's shelter?
He is a truly inspiring example. Dedicated, pious. His shelter is open to all, whoever they are.
Exactly.
Most admirable.
The master vampire hunter who could sniff out a vampire right before his eyes is protecting a shelter led by a vampire that he's praising to the heavens for being pious. Like, should I just eat him? Really? Or is it just funny irony just to leave him alive, keep talking to him? I mean, he's no friends, no relationships, no friends. I have to wait for the cure to take effect on him anyway. Did I not just give Booth Digby medicine? Or am I tripping? Your bow tie is mediocre. It is, isn't it?
Goodbye.
He's a slow one. He's not particularly fast on the uptake. That Ichabod.
Sir, no civilians allowed.
Didn't really expect some rows down here. Yes, this is the back way into the safe area of the docks. I still find this map kind of difficult to get a grip on. It can be quite the confusing map. It's a good one though. It brings the atmosphere. Where were these other people? I want to get over there. This side.
One guy you've missed is over here.
Over here, you say?
Yeah, that's the brother. Above this hideout, behind that building.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Not come across him once. What's going on in here? You think you're great with your glowy eyes. But it's not going to fly. Right, yes, we want to get over there. Hey, big boy. Well, he was easy. The more you fight them, the less the intimidation factor comes into play. Gotta have good memory in this game. Indeed. It's not something I can boast, if I'm honest. Memory has never been my strong suit.
I cannot enter.
Interesting that I can't enter there.
Good evening, madam. I'm Dr. Reed. Could I come in?
It is new people.
Why? What do you want?
Want to come into your house and take all your
at
stuff?
The Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
The disease takes away the good people too, madam. Why not let me in?
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne. And yes, indeed. Why not let a doctor in?
You got one swing in. Indeed.
So you have questions about the flu, then?
Yes, among other things.
Well, don't
Forgive
sound
my
so
rudeness at the
suspicious.
door, It's just my son doesn't like strangers coming in the house.
I'm offering lead pipes, yeah. You too can fend off the flu with a good sturdy lead pipe.
May I ask what you do for a living, Mrs. Fishburne?
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope factory, but it closed before the war. I occasionally help at the night asylum, in exchange for food.
Did your husband die in the war?
Well,
Oh, no.
she just told you that, to be fair.
My Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was just a lad.
Oh, yeah.
The poor boy saw his dad slip and fall from that scaffolding.
That's quite the unheroic way
How
to
do
go.
you pay the rent, then?
My Seymour works at the docks,
Favours.
just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get by all right.
Right.
How is life around here?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
I always feel like the music, the East Enders, is actually going to kick in at any moment.
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you could just die in the gutter and no one will bat an eye.
Alright, are you ill? You are sepsis. Good lord, she's nearly dead.
Mrs. Fishburne, are you in need of any medical assistance?
I am afraid I am, Doctor. I don't feel well at all.
Then let me give you a prescription.
Hey, Odin.
Thank you for your generosity, sir.
How's the
It's
crack?
something this part of town truly needs.
We missed out on games yesterday. That's partially because we didn't sleep very well and we actually woke up very late in the day. So we have to sort out our sleeping schedule. For sure.
How is life around here?
I already
Life
asked.
is up.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne.
I'm good, Odin. Definitely have to sort out the sleeping pattern, though. That's for sure. It's all over the place at the minute. Who else here is it? I don't know you. My mate got banned for 3 days on Rocket League. Didn't want to miss that.
Hello,
Why did you get banned?
Hello. Good evening.
Did I scare you? You have nothing to fear from me.
No, it's just that
1 hour
people
sleep.
prefer to avoid me.
Well, I won't. I'm a doctor.
Jeez.
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
That's a rough one. Jeez, this lad's got sepsis too.
Do you need
Christ.
help?
A real doctor caring about me. That's a first. I feel like a real person.
A real doctor treats everyone the same, Rufus.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
He said, kill yourself to our teammate because he was being toxic and all of that stuff. Right.
Are you alone?
That's one way.
Where is your family?
I don't have any. My parents are dead.
So you have no home? You're sleeping rough?
No. I mean, yes. I live on the streets. I have no home.
This city has abandoned so many of its children. It's tragic.
I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost. even if we're not related.
Interesting. I have no personal attacks for him, huh? It's weird because his picture, he looks like an old man. Any news about...
What do you do around here, Rufus?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
Hey, I'm good, Odin. I actually got a solid 7 hours of sleep. What's your secret, Rich? Oh, well, actually, your secret is that you're very hard at work.
What do people say about this place?
You ain't got
Things
the time
have
to
been
be
tense
messing
between the Wet
around.
Boot boys and the communists. They both feel they should run the docks.
Do you have a job?
It's hard to work, what with my head and all. Since I was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do and why I do it.
What can you tell me about this region?
It's all about staying out of trouble. But since most people prefer to avoid me, it's pretty easy.
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my city, for better or worse.
Why do people avoid you?
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around here, I'm a bit of a bad luck charm.
He looks younger than that, but it's like... Even there he looks kind of old. But where is he here? Where are you, Rufus, you muppet? Yeah, that's him there, Rufus. In the picture he looks like an old man. Like he looks like he's her husband. Which is weird.
So long, Rufus.
So long. Even coming up behind him, I was like expecting an old man, and it's like some little rapscallion.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Do you require medical assistance?
That's something I didn't expect to hear again. A doctor concerned with the health of his patients. Yeah.
Don't get all soppy about it. Just take the fucking pills and eat them, will you?
And is it your purpose as well, Mr. Reed? I would say it's a...
Yeah, it is
Goodbye,
a convenient
Mr.
way of
Fishburne.
gaining trust. And eating people afterwards. This lad gets around town, doesn't he? I honestly bought some nostril dilators so I don't snore anymore.
Are they stupid or something?
I'm always paranoid that I'm allowed to snore.
Offered a drink to the boy.
But apparently I sound like I'm
You're still
nearly
working
dead
at this hour?
when I'm asleep.
That's what I call
Don't make a
dedication.
sound.
Do you require medical assistance, Miss Cavendish?
Don't feel so good if you have to know. I knew that keeping the bar open with the epidemic wasn't a good idea.
Take this, it'll help. Perhaps you should think about closing the Turquoise Turtle for a while.
Tom always said we got to keep the doors open.
My rest is good, just addicted to watching Netflix.
But thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, that'd do it too. That reminds me, I was asking earlier, did you ever see... Well, you're pretty young, so you probably haven't seen these movies. Actually, they're relatively new, but still, they wouldn't be meant for your age. But have you ever seen In Bruges or Seven Psychopaths?
Good thing we haven't seen Seymour for a while. Even Dyson has stopped
My
coming
dad
in every
has
night.
Amadeus, or whatever it's called.
Don't you think?
Cut out because of snoring problem. He stopped breathing when he was laying on his back. Oh, yeah, that's pretty dangerous, that. But, yeah, no, I was telling Rich about Seven Psychopaths. And In Bruges, because he hadn't seen either as well. They're very good, dark comedy films. I was watching Seven Psychopaths last night. I'd seen it years ago, but
You again? What do you want?
I watched it again last night. I forgot how funny it was.
Do you need medical help, sir? So you can sell them on the black market? Sorry. I'll only provide you with exactly what you
Scorpion.
Fair enough, Dr. Reed. Don't cost me nothing to ask.
I actually figured out what that sound is, Nanika.
Goodbye.
It's I just figured it out there before talking to him. Them two in the back alleyway. See them? They're right there having a fight. Because I was wondering, I thought I was experiencing a glitch there too. Because I was talking to him earlier and I could hear someone getting lashed over with a sword. That's me knifing people. Oh, alright, that's little Odin out there in the alleyway. Messing around, huh? A scorpion. I don't think... You might have been the person that mentioned it before, when I heard of it. I don't know. But it's not the first time I've heard Scorpion being mentioned recently. Apparently Scorpion... This here Scorpion show I've been hearing about is good. Not the foggiest what it's about, but it's good. Wait a minute, how are these? How am I not just curing these people? I dropped down today out of the gulag and I finally moved him. Today out of the gulag and I finally moved him in a BR game. Oh. Oh, you landed on someone and executed him, did you?
Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
Do you need any help?
Treatment for cold required. Oh, for God's sake. Now I have to go make more medicine. I'll just hide out nearby anyway. There is a hidey hole up here. My bounty contract was sniping, so I took my chance. Nice. They're always satisfying to get, alright. I was nearly about to sleep there. I do have to sleep though, before I can progress with the story. We do have... That's where it was. That's where we left off. And yeah, Carl, I mentioned it before. Oh yeah, yeah, about Scorpion, yeah. I knew it sounded familiar. I knew someone mentioned it. Recently watched the Hell on Wheels series on Netflix. Was damn good. Hell on Wheels.
Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
Do you need any help?
Give us a pint.
Indeed. It would be a shame to taint the delicate taste.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Reed. My customers and I, we all thank you.
Thank me
Goodbye,
with
Mr.
cold
Woods.
hard cash and a cold hard pint. That'd be nice. Turns out I left fucking Throggy Hole untreated here as well. Throgmorsis. Whatever his name is, such a weird name. Ichabod. Throgmorsis, whatever his name is. I wouldn't you know he likes to hide in some random alleyway. Where was he? Yeah, he's across the river here anyway. Get a stiff drink, Jonathan. Yeah, Annika, you watch too much Among Us. She does watch a ridiculous amount of it, that's for sure. She can't say otherwise, really. But that's it. Whatever floats your boat, as they say. We've constantly mentioned the idea of starting up a group and playing too, but then again, I always mention things and they don't happen. Is this lad for real? But yeah, we mentioned actually not having a... Oh my god. Crashed. I don't know if anyone can still hear me, but... Game crashed. Yeesh. That just hard crashed. Blue screen. Only microphone audio is being broadcast, yes. What the fuck? This is the kind of stuff I run into with this game. Unfortunately, the broadcast